Shalom. Call hello, Yahweh Shemi Shah. This is Amos 8:11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power. Thou wilt send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." Because we're coming up on a time where, the men of the Lord are not going to be out on the, you know, the highways and byways trying to, blow that trumpet. The men of the Lord are blowing that trumpet, but our people don't want to listen because it's a rebellious house. All right. As we got right here, Isaiah 30:9, it says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits, man. Our people would rather be dead in the religion of Christianity, Islam, Egyptology, and things like that. All right. And again, they would rather be in things like Christianity, debating about small like things, and they want to debate about doctrine and stuff like that, man. So I have Revelation 22:10 through verse 11. It says, "And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of this book, the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand." The time is at hand. What is that time? Is referring to the revelation of Hamashiach. Yahweh Shah says, "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still." So again, going back to Amos 8:11, the famine of the word is going to occur. Nobody's going to be sitting here, reproving the people in that day. So, you got to get the word while it's good, while the prophets are still on the streets. And this is Ezekiel 3:26. It says, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb." And dumb goes into the meaning of not being able to speak. It says, and and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. And yeah, Jake is rebellious, man. That's naturally that's in our nature to be rebellious of some sort. It says that thou shalt be dumb. So if you go back to Amos 8:11, it says the famine of the word is going to occur. So videos have been getting struck down. The demonization is going to occur on a much higher scale. So the prophets are not going to be out on the highways and byways and stuff like that. It's going to be very tough to find this word. Because if you go to the next verse, verse 12, it says, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it." So they're not going to find it in that day. And it says, "In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst." Because, scripture is likened to the living water. They're going to thirst for this living water, this truth, and they're not going to find it. And this is Hosea 4:6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children." So it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So the lack of knowledge of what? Of basically everything, the names, the meanings of certain scriptures, just a lot of stuff about just everything. It's a lack of understanding all amongst Israel, man, because our people were fed lies for so long, And you know, when you fed lies for a certain amount of time over the course of decades, hundreds of years, it starts to become truth. And then when someone goes against that, that truth that then you start calling that person a liar. So, our people, yeah, are basically destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Jake is dead asleep. It says, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law, which is his truth. It says, I will also forget thy children. All right. And, we had to fall away from our heritage because of prophecy. But, some people, some of our people they lack knowledge because, they were rejected purposely. They walk past the camps, scroll past videos, scoff, mock, all that stuff. This is Isaiah 30:9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not, unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So they want to hear everything's going back to normal. You can be anything that you want to be. You're equal. You can be equal. They want to hear everything is going to be all right. But if you read all throughout Scripture, man, Scripture speaks on Jacob's trouble, man. So it's not going to be all right, man. There's going to be a time where those that descend from the descendants of Jacob are going to have a time of tribulation, as we get in Jeremiah 30:7. All right. And actually, let me see. It's not going back to how it was. Because we've been hearing talks even from E himself, the so-called white man, and his media and all that stuff. They call this stuff the new normal. The new normal, the great reset. So it's never going back to how it was. See if I can find This is the WHO, the World Health Organization. From the new normal to a new future. How the hell? All right. It says a sustainable response to C-19. Let me just scroll through it. Well, just the fact that they call it the new normal means that things are not going back to how it was, because it says the new normal. All right. And, there's several articles, they got, this man has a lot of shit planned for Jake, first and foremost, and then everybody else after that. But, they try to roll out the vaccines, and they trying to go with the, this, what is it? Digital, cashless society. They trying to do the cashless society. They just trying to do the Great Reset, man. Let's look at that, the Great Reset. Cause niggas think this shit going back to normal, man. It says World Economic Forum. All right, this says is a proposal by the World Economic Forum to rebuild the economy sustainably following the C-19 pandemic. It was so they saying because of the C-19 pandemic, they got to change stuff basically in order to sustain the economy. It says rebuild the economy. So it's going to be a whole new system, man. And a lot of people don't see this. It says it was unveiled in May 2020 by the United Kingdom's Prince Charles and WEF Director Klaus Schwab. It seeks to improve capitalism by making investments more geared toward mutual progress and focusing more on environmental initiatives. it has been criticized for using the pandemic to implement a risky experiment and petition to stop it gained 80,000 signatures in less than 72 hours. A conspiracy theory has spread in response, claiming it to be used to bring in socio-economic and environmental changes and a supposed new world order. It's exactly what it is. It's a new world order. And, we see through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that it's the same people in charge of everything. So who is Esau Edom again? But everybody else doesn't see this. And let me see, I'm gonna grab this. It says, and through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. They're promising peace through, if you go and get the max, you can do this, you can have your so-called freedoms back. If you wear a mask, you can still go out. Or also peace by getting along with this system, this great reset. It says, he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. It says, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. It says policy. Policy is basically laws, regulations, acts, and things like that. And craft is basically deceit. That's deception, man. It's the same man. It's the same man that has been doing it for centuries. And people don't see that. And that scripture says he's known for his craft, which is deceit. And I'm gonna go back into the let's see. It says great. Let's get what great means. It says considerable. It says broad, cosmic, relating to the universe or cosmos, especially a distinct from the earth. And cosmic, going back to cosmos, means the world. So the whole world reset. The word reset means to set again. So the world reset. That's a new world order. And people will say, as we got back into as we got in where it said great reset, it says it supposedly, it says conspiracy theory has spread in response, claiming it will be used to bring socio-economic and environmental changes and a supposed new world order. They call it, so basically they're saying it's a conspiracy theory, but it said great reset. It said great goes back to cosmic, meaning cosmos, so the world reset. And just like in Psalm 64:8, it says his own tongue will fall upon himself. And this is this is figuratively their tongue right here. This is their website, Wikipedia. All right. So Lord willing, those edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Shalom.